Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kwam Allah coming at you with another lesson. Before I get into the lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha HaKodash. Also, I want to give double honors to my elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who teach this truth and who rule well. Kazak Shalom to the hopeful elect. And right here, I just wanted to speak on, recent news. All right, recently, it was a school unaliving by you already know who, Esau E. I'm gonna get an article on that, but I wanted to show this back to school, commercial. All right, because over here in America, all right, they're prepping kids, all right, for these mass school unaliving. All right, they're even selling uniform gear as far as book bags that's bulletproof and whatnot. All right, they're teaching the kids how to survive during one of these type of incidents, which I'm gonna let this video play out, and they trying to, getting kids, normalized to, these things that's going on. All right, and if they pushing this, just know, things could be a psyops to where Esau, has, agent provocateurs, all right, that's doing things to the extreme like this, but it could be more and more, all right. And I was watching a reel where it was a Edomite woman talking about she's about to move her family to New Zealand because she don't want to have to keep dropping her kids off and then have to worry about her kid getting unalived at school. All right, and this is a thing that's coming to America and maybe a city or town near you, man. All right, because there's been a lot of school unalivings, especially the past 5 years. But that's Esau's thing. He has that perpetual hatred. He has that wickedness in him to make him go do a whole unaliving at a school or a mall or a shopping center or whatever, man. But I'm gonna let this play.
My mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
See how they transition and panic into what's going on into this school commercial. This girl right here is little girl right here is tying up the door. All right, what is that for? Are you seeing the Edomite kid running up through the hallway? But you seeing also kids behind them falling over, all right, rushing. All right, what's going on in that situation? All right, but it's lucky.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils too.
Right, so what they saying, you need to teach your kids what self-defense. All right, here your kids going to Esau's education system, all right, to get unalived, but now you have to train your kid to damn do jujitsu or martial arts or how to use a weapon or what to do in a scenario like this. As you've seen the one Edomite kid break the window, all right, with a skateboard. You've seen kids jumping out the windows. All right, now if your kid is going to these schools and things like this should pop off, then maybe you should, all right, teach your son or daughter, all right, to be able to escape, all right, in the times of these manners, all right. But things like this we shouldn't have to worry about. We definitely ain't gonna have to worry about this shit in the kingdom, man.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Right, and the times we coming in, homeschooling don't sound too bad, But I want to go to this article I had. This is from the New York Post. All right, this is a recent school unaliving. All right, it says Minneapolis school shooter ID'd as Transformer Robin Westman as a parent manifesto, including to unalive Trump. All right, You got Mega turning on Trump now. It says the deranged gunman who slaughtered 2 children and injured at least 17 others at a Catholic school in Minneapolis has been identified as a transformer as distributing videos posted by the shooters, Slovakia, show a handwritten manifesto and a unalived DJ Trump, and for the children scrawling on the Guns magazine. I believe when I seen it, yeah, he was like writing in like white paint on the gun. I mean, not on the gun, but on the magazines. Basically, it's hate. All right, but it says Robin Westman, formerly Robert Westman, opened fire through the stained glass windows of a church in the Slovakia Education, Slovakia, if I pronounced that wrong. It says Catholic school where he attended during a celebratory back-to-school mass filled with children around 8:30 a.m. Wednesday. So he already knew what he planned to do. That's the whole thing with Esau. That's how wicked he is. All right, he'll sit up here and plot and plan, all right, to unalive. All right, he set traps and snares, or he just go out and do his own will. All right, which is not his will, because he's at the end of the day the sword of the Lord. But with his perpetual hate and anger, all right, especially for you Jakes, all right, it's nothing for him to go out and do things like this, especially, you know, them wicked thoughts popping in his head. That's normal to Esau. All right, he's the wicked. All right. It says just hours before the cowardly massacre, Westman 23 posted a series of twisted videos on YouTube, which included a manifesto Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara confirmed at a press conference. And this the damn devil right here, you know, weirdo. All right. This is what I was talking about. He was writing on his magazines. I'll read a little more, but it says in one 20-minute video, Westman flips through the disturbing handwritten manifesto. Much of it is written in a homespun code that uses Cyrillic characters in English and phonetic words. All right, that's about it on this. But yeah, man, Esau is the only one who's out here committing these heinous acts, these crimes. All right, but yet he's not classified as a terrorist. All right, and he's the biggest I'm just gonna say it, terrorist known to man. All right, going all over the earth. All right, coveting lands. All right, trying to take over people, keeping all nations to himself. All right, this is the wicked man. All right, he's the one that's going in everybody else's land and making everybody, you know, conform to his will. I would say, you know, making people partakers. Like I roughly paraphrased, what was that in Habakkuk? All right, he keepeth to himself all nations. All right, but getting to the scriptures, just to show, you know. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna start at Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. All right. So in Esau's mind, is nothing for him to come to a school, all right, and start shooting through, you know, the windows, or go to a church and start shooting through the windows, or go to. Matter of fact, I just came across an article where it was a Edomite male, probably like 17, but he was calling Jake, you know, racial slurs, niggas and whatnot, and Jake slapped him. And 3 months later, the Edomite found out where Jake lived and came and shot through his window and killed and unalived him. All right, even though he was in the wrong, but in Esau's mind, all right, unaliving something, you already see how he is in when he go hunting. All right, he don't have any feelings about what he unalives. There's nothing for him to go to Africa and hunt lions and elephants and cheetahs and whatever. All right, so to him, even unaliving you, all right, it's nothing for Esau to do that. All right, he look at you as you are game. All right, but it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. The just, which is the righteous, is gonna live by our faith, man. All right, we have faith that we're gonna be able to make it through these troublesome times, all right, to be able to escape this damn devil, and even more so, our kids. All right, because our kids are in Esau's school system, and we hope that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, protect them, all the way into the end also, because if we be saved, our house will be saved. All right, but I'm gonna go to Genesis 4, 23. It says, and Lamech said unto his wives, and this is all the way, from close to the beginning, just showing you from the serpent to Cain to his descendants. All right, they're all wicked. All right, unaliving and doing things like this, is in them. All right, but this is Genesis 4 and 23. It says, and Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, you wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding. Meaning, somebody end up probably slapping the shit out of him, or knocking his ass out. All right, it says he has slain a man to he end up killing him, unaliving him. It says, for I have slain a man to my wounding, a young man to my hurt. All right, because the young man was probably beating his ass, and Esau probably hid behind a goddamn corner and popped out and hit him with a rock or stabbed him in his back. All right, just like in today's times now. All right, just like that that article, well, not article, well, yeah, the article I came across where the 17-year-old Edomite, unalived Jake for getting slapped for calling out Jake. But and you see a lot of videos of Esau taunting Jake until Jake beat their ass or Jake do something to him. But it says, verse 24, it says, if Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, surely Lamech 70 and sevenfold. All right, and it's just showing you how much a damn devil these Edomites are. All right, they want more judgment. All right, they don't care, because they gonna try to especially in these times, they're gonna try to unalive Jake as much as they can. This is their last chance of any of their power they have in their hands to do anything. What's that? Revelations 12 and 12. This is Job chapter 20 and verse 11. It says his bones are full of the sins of his youth. All right, ever since the time of Cain all the way to now. All right, this devil been being a devil. The scriptures talk about how he was chased out of the lands. All right, what is that? I believe, that's in Job. All right, where he was chased out of the land because he's a vagabond. All right, he's a thief. He's a murderer. All right, people used to beat their ass and get them up out their lands, man. It says his bones are full of the sins of his youth. All right, ever since, like I said, the time of Cain all the way into now, it says, which shall lie down with him in the dust. All right, all his wickedness, all right, is about to be done away with, especially when, the Lord return and get this devil out the earth. That's Sirach 10 and 10. All All right, the true physician is going to come and cut off that long disease. All right. With the Psalms. What's that, 58? And 3. It says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. All right, Esau is the wicked. I believe, what is that, Malachi 1 and 4. The scriptures talk about how Esau is the border of wickedness. All right, so when you see, Esau, and especially his defiled acts, that's the border of wickedness. All right, he's the only one that promotes, ill acts upon earth. All right, and then making other nations partakers and fulfill their works, their philosophies, and their ways. All right, but it says the wicked are estranged from the womb. As soon as they come out, these people are weird. All right, it says they go astray as soon as they be born, going aside. All right, and Esau, his spirit has it to where the scriptures talk about the Lord is not at all in his thoughts. All right, so when Esau think to do something, he's not thinking about nothing righteous. He's thinking about everything wickedly, all right, which he was created to do. All right, the Lord created him to be the wicked. It says they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right, and that's what Esau do. His tongue, his matter of fact, the scriptures talk about how his righteousness is his left hand of falsehood, roughly paraphrasing. But I'm gonna grab one more. Matter of fact, that's Sirach 10. Sirach 10. In 10, it says, the physician cutteth off a long disease. And Esau's that long disease that's been, in the earth, fucking up the earth. The scriptures talk about how the earth has lost its youth, going into its beauty. But it only happened like that because the rulers of the earth right now, the scriptures talk about in Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. These people don't keep the land Sabbath. All right, this man is sitting up here poisoning the air, water, food, cattle, you name it, man. And that makes him, the scriptures even say he's that destroying mountain, the destroyer of all the earth. All right, if this man don't be taken out of rulership, the scriptures say there will be no flesh to be saved. All right, and just by himself alone, all right, he's easily willing to go pull up to schools and to churches to unalive people. All right, but even to the point of, and that's just on this small scale of him using the sword, but there's many swords. You got Kill Gates, all right, with his bioweapons. All right, but hey man, I'm gonna finish this out. Sirach 10 and 10. It says the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that today is a king. Talking about Esau. All right, it says tomorrow shall die. All right, soon we're coming into that tomorrow because Yahweh Shah is on his way. All right, Lord ain't about to let wickedness keep going on for too long. All right, Esau's at the end of his rulership, the end of his queendom. All right, like I said, it's not a bad idea to, start homeschooling your kids. But amen, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the Lord's elect. Until next time, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash. Also, double honors to my elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone who teach us truth and who rule well. Kazak Shalom to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.